beautiful souls, welcome to my channel, Earth Angel Tarot. And in today's Isis Unveiled reading, we will be taking a look at which month in 2025 will be the most significant for you. Okay, so these are the 3 cards that wanted to come out for the reading. So go ahead, take a look and see which one of these images calls out to you the most. As usual, I will put the image up for a couple more seconds. This way you can see which one you gravitate to the most, and whichever image that is, that will be the pile that will have messages in it for you. All right, so happy picking. Hello to those of you who chose pile number 1. So this is your image. All right, and the message is pillar of light. All right, and it says pillar of light burning bright, earth star below, soul star above, burn away all that is not light, transform all into unconditional love, star of Isis descend, your blessing and peace without end, grace me now with peace and protection, completely embraced by divine perfection. All right, pillar of light. I do get the sense that some of you are going to be letting your light shine, okay? Not only in the month that came up for you all, but I feel like for the whole of 2025, all right? You really stepping into and embracing your power is what I'm getting, okay? Burning away those things that no longer serve you, okay? That has came to its end with this year of 2024, all right? You stepping into a brand new version of yourself in the upcoming year, okay? So that's what I'm picking up so far. But let's see which month is going to be the most significant for you in 2025. And you guys have November. All right, so November is going to play a big part for you, is what I'm getting in the year of 2025. All right, but let's take a look at the oracle messages and see what exactly that may entail. All right, I'm gonna try to put that up there. I don't know if it'll stay, but let's see. All right, so let's see what we have. We have duality. All right, and it says don't lose your vigilance, okay? Do not forget about the dual nature of people. All right, and you also have fruits of labor with rich gain is here, and it says it's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. All right, and lastly, you have closed doors. All right, start all over again. No good job opportunities. The current job is coming to an end. Wow, pile number 1. So what I'm getting from this is, first, let me just say, I'm getting right now, some of you all stepping out of your shadow, right? Stepping out of your shadow of fear, stepping out of your shadow of light, okay? And this could be something that you're putting into place with the new year coming up. You've recognized some changes that needs to be made, all right? And so I feel like in 2025, you've told yourself that you're going to give yourself a fresh start, all right? And this is what's going to lead to that pillar of light for you, okay? You being able to transcend beyond all those things that have been holding you back thus far, all right? So with these cards coming up here, we know so far that November is going to be a big month for you, okay? Or at least it's going to be significant for you. And with the fruits of labor being here in the middle, I do feel like with the fresh start, you're giving yourself going into 2025, whatever hard work or efforts that you put in, okay, leading up to the end of the month, which is close to November, this is when you're going to see the results of that. Okay, so whether this is you wanting to transition into new housing, transitioning into new relationships, transitioning into a new career choice. Okay, I feel like you've already told yourself that 2025 is going to be your year, and you're starting to put things in place so that you can blossom. All right. So whatever you start at the beginning of 2025, in November is when you're going to see the payoff for it. Okay. It says rich gain is here. And with duality showing up, I do feel like this is some type of partnership. All right. There is some type of partnership that's going to have some type of importance, okay, with this. So this could be you working together with someone. This could be you maybe even forming new bonds with someone, and this could be in a form of a relationship, or like I say, in the form of even career choices and changes that you want to make. Okay, so you may have someone, I'm getting, that's going to put in a good word for you. All right, someone who's going to help you transcend these things that's no longer serving you. All right, so that's what I'm getting with that, is your spirit team saying don't be afraid to ask for the help where it is needed. All right, so if you know someone who can be of good support to you, now it's going to be the time, I'm getting, for you to use your resources. All right, I'm getting use your resources and also to network. All right, so some of you, 2025, the beginning of 2025 is going to be the year of networking. All right, finding those people who is going to help you to cross your T's and dot your I's. All right, so that when the time comes, you'll be prepared. All right, we have closed doors here. So that's closed doors. You know, when the saying, well, one door closes, another opens. So some of you are definitely going to be wrapping some things up by the end of the year, more so specifically in November. All right, but like I said, I do get this feeling that some of you are already in the pre-planning phases for this. You know that some things need to change. You know that you want things to change. And so you're telling yourself that in 2025, you're going to make it happen. All right. And Spirit is saying that as long as you do your due diligence and you put in the work, you will see the return of your investment. You will see the fruits of the labor. Okay. And the month November is the month to remember for this upcoming year. Okay. All right. And we have don't compromise. All right, number 20 here, and it says boundaries, assertiveness, courage, unwavering. Yes, this is perfect. And I feel like this is just you saying enough is enough, right? You're no longer compromising with people, situations, jobs, anything that is not helping you to level up. All right, it's what I'm getting. Anything that's not helping you to level up, anything that is not fulfilling your soul's purpose, right? That's not fulfilling your heart space, your heart chakra is what I'm getting. You're letting go of those things in 2025. All right. You're setting boundaries for yourself. You're becoming more assertive. You're gaining the courage, and you're not backing away. Okay. Such as this card says, don't lose your vigilance. All right. So you're unwavering and you're not backing away from the things that you want in 2025. Okay. I feel like you're telling yourself this upcoming year is going to be the year of self. Okay. What is it that I want? Okay, no longer trying to compromise and make sure that other people's needs are being met. 2025 is going to be the year where you're like, that's over and done with. This is a new chapter in my book, and I don't want to be selfish, but I'm making it about self. All right, so you're going to put in the work, okay? And you're going to put in the work, and when you do so, you'll begin to see all of these things that you manifest for yourself, okay? And it all boils down to you not compromising, okay? Not settling for less, all right? So that's going to be the theme for you, I feel like, in 2025. It's not settling for less, all right? All right, and you have release. Yes, this is like perfect lineup with this, right? Releasing and letting go. All right, releasing and letting go of what no longer serves you. All right, and I feel like I'm getting tapped in. Like some of you have like officially, came to the realization. all right, that the work needs to be put in on your end and on your behalf, right? So no longer being in the shadow, all right, no longer being not only in your own shadow but in other people's shadow as well, all right? It's time for you to be that pillar of light. It's time for you to step out and make yourself known, okay? And just release. Like I get like this sense of like freedom for you guys, right? Just releasing all that old baggage that no longer serves you, that no longer has a place or a spot in your life, all right? And this is, I'm loving it, not compromising and releasing those things that, you know, try to make you feel like you have to compromise, all right? Like I said, 2025 for this pal, I feel like it's going to be the year of self, all right? And you're going to be starting all over again. So where you had to release things and close those doors, there's going to be the new opportunities that are going to come through for you, okay? And we have Pluto, number 10, and it says revelation, transformation, death and rebirth, liberation. Yes, what did I just say? Like freedom, right? You guys are really letting go of the baggage, okay? Pile number 1. I feel like I'm getting this sense like you guys made a commitment to yourself. A lot of you right now are making commitments to yourself. All right, you're making commitments to yourself because you've come to the point where you feel like enough is enough. All right, enough is enough. So you're going to go on this new voyage, right? This new voyage of transformation, this new voyage of self-discovery. All right, a death and a rebirth. All right, one door closing, another opening. All right, that's what's happening for you. All right, in November, and if you're starting this work now or even at the beginning of the 2025, in November is when you're going to see the results of all of these efforts that you're going to put in, pile number 1. All right, it's like you step in. You guys are going to step into your power. Not only step into your light, but step into your power. And once spirit sees that you are willing to put in the work and step into that power, they are going to wholeheartedly like hold your hand throughout the process. Pile number 1 is what I'm getting. All right, they're going to guide you. They're going to show you. They're going to bring the right people and the right places and the right opportunities into your life as they see that you're putting in the work to see these type of results, okay? Because a lot of times we don't see the results that we want to see because number 1, we're not putting in the work to see those results. And number 2, we're blinded by everything else that's going around us that we're not able to focus on when spirit is saying, hey, here you go. You know, here's an answer to that problem. Here's a solution to that problem. If we're caught up into everybody else's problems, we don't see when spirit is trying to help us solve our own. All right. And so I feel like you guys in pile number 1 have really come to terms with that about yourself. All right. So there's no more compromising on your end. All right. Because I feel like I'm really getting a strong feeling of like you guys really want the change. All right. And you're beginning to learn that in order to do the change, you have to put in the work. Okay. And even if you start with small steps, even if you start with baby steps, which I feel like you will be doing, being that the most significant month for you in 2025 is going to be towards the end of the year. Okay. November, 1 month before the year ends. Okay, so that means you guys are going to be starting with these baby steps, okay, to get to where you want to go. And spirit is saying that is all right. Baby steps are better than no steps, is what they're saying. All right, so as long as you're doing your due diligence to bring forth this change, pile number 1, you will see the fruits of the labor at the end of it all. All right, so that should be enough for you to keep hope alive and keep your faith strong throughout the process. All right, and then we have Venus with love, beauty, sensuality, and pleasure. Yes, and I'm loving this short up because I feel like this is you guys loving yourself all over again. All right, starting that new chapter. All right, loving who you are as a person and just really seeing you and taking you, the good and the bad, as a whole, you know. seeing you for who you are, loving you for who you are. Like I say, good and the bad. You know, we have to embrace all aspects of ourselves, the light and the dark, the shadow aspect, you know, all those things that we try to avoid, they are also what makes us us. Okay, and I'm feeling you like really embracing who you are. Okay, really stepping into your power. Okay, no longer compromising, being unwavering. Okay, not letting other people have influence over you and the decisions that you make. All right, so this is just you just owning up to self is what I'm getting. Okay. All right, and then we have broom with improvements. Yes, you guys are really going to be changing for the better, pile number one. And I love with this broom here, it's like you like sweeping up and cleaning up house, right? Getting rid of those things that no longer serves you, right? Dismissing those people, places, situations that no longer serve you. And it says new home or new era in your life. All right, and it says great news in the near future. Yes, that near future for you all is November in 2025. And that's not to say you won't get other good news throughout the year, but the most significant news that you'll get will likely be in November. All right, and for those of you who are considering purchasing a home, it says new home. Things may, you know, come to full fruition by the month of November, because we all know that house buying is a process. So you may be like in the beginning phases of 2025, just beginning to kind of scout things out, look at places, look at areas, and so you'll slowly and gradually do the process. In November, for some of you, whoever is going to be in the situation, November is going to be the month where you see the return. Okay, or you see, or you gain that home, you get that home that you want. Oh my gosh, guys, this is lining up so perfectly. Look at this. We have positive change with dolphin, all right? And it says financial stability, psychological comfort. Yes, positive and happy person in your life. Yes, this is your year, okay? Pile number one. 2025 is going to be your year, and you know that because you've already committed to that. You've already told yourself that. All right. But I do feel like you're going to start off with baby steps, which is perfectly fine, you know, because sometimes we have to work on one thing at a time. Okay. We have to work on self, and we have to work on, you know, removing the people from around us that's not helping self. So it's like you have to do baby steps to get to where you ultimately want to be. All right. But overall, in November, you're going to see huge improvements and positive change around those baby steps that you started taking maybe as of now, or that you're going to start to take by the beginning of the year. Okay. Those baby steps are going to give you a huge payoff, pile number one. Okay, so just keep the hope alive. All right, keep the hope alive. So at times when you feel like, you know, you want to throw in the towel, or you don't feel like putting forth the effort for the change that you want, you know, keep the hope alive that it's all for a good cause at the end of the day. Okay, remember in November, you will see the fruits of your labor. And this can be in whatever area of your life where you want that change, pile number one. So if you want a change of career, you want change of relationship, you want change of a home, wherever you committed to making a change in 2025, because I strongly feel that this is what you guys are doing. Wherever you committed to making that change, it is going to pay off. Okay, your spirit team wants you to know that it is going to pay off for you. All right. Okay, and then you guys have mature woman. All right, with number 6. And remember how I was saying with the duality card that for some of you all, it is going to be something related to partnership. Someone, you know, maybe putting in a good word for you, or being able to help you out with whatever endeavors you're going to be on in the year 2025. This could be someone who is older than you, right? It could be like a mother figure, a grandmother figure, or just like a positive female role model, okay, in your life that may show up and show out at the right time for you. All right. And then we have bad health. Okay, and with this showing up, I feel like it's saying don't overexert yourself. And this is why I was saying baby steps. All right, baby steps. You don't want to rush into your change because you have so much positive energy here, right? That we don't, and then you have this one card that says bad health. So with all this positive change, you don't want to overdo yourself and put yourself in a stressful situation. All right, because you want to just put everything all on your plate at once. So baby steps are going to be very significant for you guys. All right, this transformation is going to take time. And I know a lot of times when we're eager and we want something, it's like, okay, we got to have it then and like right there, right now. Right. So it's going to be very important for you to make sure that you're still taking care of your health at the same time. All right, you're not work overload, you're not over stressing, you're not doing things that would essentially affect you in a way, in a bad health type of way. Okay. All right, so then let's see what tarot messages wants to come out. So thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. Can you please guide this reading for pile number 1 and show them what else in November of 2025 is going to be significant for them? Yes, you guys are leveling up is what I'm getting, pile number 1. You guys are leveling up. And then what I just also got to with the bad health and the mature woman, some of you, you may know someone in your life, okay? They may experience bad health. So it may not necessarily be you, but you may have someone in your life who is a mature woman, meaning an older woman who may experience some type of health issues, okay? But they want you to be in a right state of mind during this time, okay, so that you can be of comfort and support for whoever this person is. All right, and then we have the 6 of Wands. It doesn't get any better than that, y'all. It does not get any better than that. This is all around victory. This is all around success. Victory and success, you all. So whatever you're starting, pile number 1, like, you need to be on charge for it. Whatever you want to start in 2025, you need to get like pumped up because it is going to be your year. And even though November is at the end of the year, that's okay. That's okay, because you still want to make sure that you are putting in your work. Because like I said, when Spirit sees that you're putting in the work, then they're going to bless you tenfold. We have the Tower. And that is a brand new foundation. A brand new foundation, a fresh start. I think one of these cards said something about a fresh start. Was it this one? The closed doors. Yes, start all over again. And that is exactly what the Tower is, right? Breaking down the old so that you can build with a new foundation, all right? Release. I love how it's right here by release. And you see how this person is actually not releasing, she's holding on. Right? I feel like that's the old you that would have held on. But now, with the new improved you that you're getting yourself built up for, that's the part of you that's going to realize that things need to be released and things need to start fresh. And you have the King of Cups. That's going to put you in a better emotional space, pile number 1. These changes are meant to put you in a more positive space, okay? A more positive emotional space, all right? It's going to bring a balance to you. It's going to bring emotional stability to you, all right? All those things that you may have been lacking or missing for a while, all right? This is all the changes that you're going to put forward are going to bring you what you have been longing for, all right? Let's see what else we have. Yeah, you are done with the compromising, pile number 1. You are done with settling for less. You are done with not putting yourself first. All right. And look at this. We have the Knight of Swords that kind of like just swooped out, right? Cutting people short, cutting people off. All right. The Knight of Swords has this energy where it's just like, you know what? It's sorry to say, but it's my way or the highway. I took your crap, your mess for too long, and now I'm just gonna be blunt and I'm gonna be straightforward because I held all these emotions in for all this time, and I can't do that anymore, right? So cutting people off, all right, and just really having a clear sight, a clear vision of where you're trying to go next, where you're trying to take it to next, right? Because I'm telling you, you guys are going to start to feel this positive energy. Like I feel it for you all. Like I feel like this energy is going to give you a whole new space. All right, a whole new space to feel with. All right, and you're going to feel it the more and more you put out that energy, and the more and more it's going to return it to you. It's going to give it back to you. Okay, so just keep, Spirit is saying, is keep doing your due diligence. All right, keep working on whatever it is that you put yourself forth to work on. All right, even if it starts with baby steps. All right, because at the end of the day, it's going to lead you to the success that you desire. It's going to, more than anything, I don't even think it's financial or material success for you all, even though it could be, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like a lot of you are really wanting emotional stability. All right, you're not happy in the space and in the place that you're at right now. But the good thing about this is that you've made a commitment to yourself to make the change. And that's what I'm picking up. You guys have made the commitment to make the change in 2025. And in November, you guys are going to see the end results of that. All right. And then lastly, you have you and your loved ones are safe. Okay. With the new moon in Cancer. All right. So this is you guys being protected. All right. And so for any of you too who may experience some type of health scare, all right, just know that you and your loved ones will be safe during this time. But you want to make sure that you are not overexerting energy, okay? Not pushing yourself to the brinks, not pushing yourself too fast. Spirit says it is going to take time. Just know that the month of November of 2025 will be significant for you, and you will see the fruits of your labor, and you will see the return of all your hard work and efforts. Okay, it's what they want you to know. All right, pile number 1, that was your reading. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please hit the thumbs up button, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye-bye. Hello to those of you who chose pile number 2. So this is your image. All right, and the message is a spirit of Isis. All right, and it says, beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspire action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you. Believe. All right, yes, so we have the spirit of Isis coming through, letting you know to push through and to prevail at all times, okay? There is times when we do have to surrender to the cause, but there is never a time for us to give up completely, all right? So 2025 is your year, pile number 2, to if you've surrendered to some things in 2024, 2025 is going to be the year for you to pick back up where you left off, all right? So let's see which month is going to be the most significant for you in the year of 2025. Oh wow, look at this. And you guys have a January, all right? The first month of the year. And that kind of ties into what I just said. 2025 is going to be the year for where you surrender in 2024 for you to pick up where you left off at, right? I'm give yourself a clean, fresh slate to work with. And I do feel like for the most part, that is the plan for most people, right? When the new year comes, they have these new year resolutions that they want to get into, to change, do things differently from what they did the previous year. But I'm getting, especially for this pal, this really is going to be a new year, a fresh start, all right? So let's see what other messages we have. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. It does not become more synchronized than this, all right? And it says new beginning. You will start a new job in life, clean, sweep over, hit the resetting button. I mean, I really love when things align as perfect as this, because it is really confirmation that this message is to be heard, right? And keep in mind, these are all like different, most of the time, different decks, right? And when the same message comes out reiterating the first message, it's like double, triple, quadruple confirmation. All right. So you guys are giving yourself a brand new start in January 2025. Okay, you guys are really hitting the reset button. Like I say, that's what majority of people say. Okay, but I feel like for this pal, you're not only gonna say it, you're gonna be doing it. All right, you've already like made your mind up that this is what was going to be. Okay, this was gonna be the case. Okay, you were going to give yourself the start that you needed in order to better yourself, right? So leaving all of those things behind in 2024 that's not going to serve you going into 2025. All right. And we have investments. Okay, so for some of this could be a financial reset button for you. All right, and it says investments made will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. All right, so some of you, this may be a new trade that you want to get into. All right, some of you may want to work on bettering your finances. All right, in the new year, investments might be one of the things that you might want to start to work with. Okay, so if that is the case, then make sure you are, as they say, investing wisely and you're making the right choices. Okay, when doing so. All right, but this is not going to be for everybody, because that's not everyone's forte. All right, but for those of you who are choosing or will choose to go down that route, it's looking like that it's going to give you a positive return. Okay, it's going to give you positive results as long as you're doing it responsibly. All right. All right, and then we have Michael. All right, that's number 6, Michael Blue. And it says wise, honest, trustworthy, and observant. All right, so you guys are really, I feel like you're taking all of life lessons, right? Because look how you have, like, there's all of these books, right, surrounding him, and he's like reading the one book. So I feel like you're taking all of life lessons and what you have learned from them, and you're kind of now about to like shape and form and or transform into this whole new version of yourself. And I'm getting like the things that didn't break you made you stronger. All right, the things that didn't break you made you wiser. All right, so now you're more tuned in. I'm getting you'll be more in tune and more tuned in with life. Okay, going forward, you guys are willingly giving yourself that fresh start. All right, it's like, okay, all of my mess ups, all my, faults or whatever, from the past, like, what did I learn from them? What did I gain from them? So you guys are like putting the pieces to the puzzle I'm getting, okay, in the 2025. You guys are really like putting the pieces to the puzzle and seeing what worked for you, what didn't, how can you tweak it, what can you do better, what can you do different. This is going to be your mindset I'm getting for the majority of you. Some of you are really going to put yourself in that mindset of what can I do differently. Okay, what didn't work in the past? Why didn't it? What can I do differently? All right, and I'm getting to finances. For some of you, it has to do with your finances, especially with the investments cards coming up. Maybe it was 2024 was a year that, you spent your money carelessly, or you didn't get to save like you wanted, or you kind of just like threw money around. And so by the end of the year, you kind of realize, okay, that didn't work for me. And, I need to switch things up a little bit, especially if I'm trying to get to where I want to go. All right. So you're going to now take a look at, all those things where you can, or all those areas where you can fine tune some things and make some adjustments. All right. So it's like learning from your own mistakes. All right. This is a pile that is, I'm getting very, like, you're intuitive in the sense where you have this light about yourself, where you're not going to allow your soul or yourself to surrender, right? So I'm getting old soul, because you know how to bounce back. All right, Spirit of Ice is there. This is you being persistent, okay? This is you having the faith. This is you being inspired to make those changes in areas of your life where you feel that the changes are needed. All right, let's see what else we have. Look at this. We have transformation. Yes, you guys are really transforming, okay? I feel like you were in your cocoon phase, right? Is that what the cocoon, right? Where the butterfly is in before it reveals its beautifulness to the world, right? It's in that cocoon phase. And I feel like previous years you were in a cocoon phase, so where you were kind of like soaking up and absorbing things, whatever life was throwing your way. You were kind of in that phase of taking it, learning from it, and now you're going to be in the phase of shape shifting and working with it, right? Transformation. So you guys are really, and I love the energy here, because it's like I'm getting this energy of someone who is very forthcoming, right? Someone who is very resilient, right? Someone who's not going to back away, right? Back away from the success that they want, back away from the change that they want. Someone who's putting forth that effort. All right. And we have Gemini, number 16, with versatility, self-expression, and curiosity. Yes, and this is you just really, like I say, I feel like you guys are really taking in, right? She's even carrying books here in her hand. You guys are really like learning your life lesson, I feel, right? I feel like you are really going to be focused on correcting mistakes, correcting areas where you went wrong or you did something wrong. You're going to be dedicated and determined. Pile number 2. All right. And January, I love it in this reading, the fact that this month came up for this reading, because it's like literally like you guys giving yourself a fresh start, hitting the reset button. January is the first month of the new year. So that's very significant for you. So your spirit is saying that in this month, whatever you set forth to do, make sure that you start it and you see it through. Okay, because we all know how New Year's resolutions work. We start them, but we don't necessarily always see them through. So your spirit team is saying to make sure that you start them and you see them through. Pile number 2. All right, this is going to be the year of self-expression for you. This is going to be the year of expansion for you. And I feel like with the self-expression, it is just like I said, you really soaking up all the things that you have learned leading up to this point. And you kind of like alchemizing, how you can get the different life lessons to work for you, right? Because it alchemized you into a different person. So now you're learning to transmute and work with the energies and see how you can actually manifest what it is that you truly desire. All right. Okay. And then we have cobweb with indecisiveness. And it says need to do soul cleansing and feeling stuck, trapped, or forcibly repressed. All right. And I feel like with this, this cobweb showing up is that this is why you're giving yourself that fresh start. And how I just said with the month of January, your spirit team was saying, if you start it, make sure you finish it. All right. So don't be indecisive about these changes. Don't be doubtful about these changes. Okay. They really want you to see it through. They really want whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or whatever it is that you're trying to put out into the universe. They want to make sure that you are seeing it through, pile number 2. So don't say, well, this might not work, or, you know, being doubtful and just being like, but yeah, what if, and, you know, all that stuff. Like, they want you to stick to the plan that you put in place. They want you to be open to giving yourself that new beginning. All right. And for those of you who are going to be on a new financial route and who may be diving into different investment options, they want you to, of course, be wise about your decision, but they also want you to make sure that when you're going into it, you know what you're going into. All right. And not being indecisive about those changes. All right. And then you guys have Throne with authority. And it says, hidden craving for power and acceptance, and you will find quick success in everything. Yes. All right. So once you put your foot into it, right? Once you put your foot into it, pile number 2, and you get the ball rolling and you get moving, this is when you're going to realize that you have control over your life and the direction that it goes through, or goes in, the direction that it goes in, right? So this is allowing you, I feel like it's allowing you to kind of step into your power, right? Step into your power, where you may have felt defeated in 2024 or previous years. Now it's the year, 2025 is going to be the year to regain those things that you feel like you may have lost control over. All right. All right. And then we have Coffin. All right. And with this, I feel getting rid of the old so you can let in the new, right? New beginnings. You have to bury the old self, right? You have to get rid of the old self in order to allow for the transformation to come through. All right. A lot of times we try to work through, we want to do something new, but still use our old belief system, right? And if it didn't work with us, it didn't work for us with our old belief system, why would it work for us when we're trying to do something different, right? So we have to learn how to bury that part of ourselves. And even though it sometimes, normally it's a hard thing to do because we are comfortable with who we have become over years and years and years, that it's hard to kind of see that part of ourselves go away, right? But this is why we're looking at January. It's been a significant month because it's going to be the month of a fresh start, right? Just like it's a fresh start, just like it's a new year, it's a fresh start. All right, this is going to be the year of self-expression for you to really transform into who you ultimately are. All right, and burying that old side of yourself that's no longer serving you or hasn't served you for a while. Okay, and this is why you know it's time for the change. All right, toil and labor. It's time for the change, and it's time to put in the work so that you can see the results, so you can see the end result of it all. Okay, so now let's see what tarot messages want to come through for this pile. So thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. Can you please provide insight and clarity for pile number 2 on the month of January 2025, why it will be a significant month? Yes, new start, new beginnings. New start, new beginnings. New year, new beginnings. All right, and I feel like you guys are coming out of 2024 wanting to be more wiser, wanting to be more honest with yourself, okay? Being observant as to what was working for you and what wasn't, all right? Devil, yes. Relinquishing and releasing those ways or those things that were trying to prevent you from excelling. All right, and look, this has the cobwebs here in this devil card, and you also got the cobweb card. This is letting you know that the indecisiveness that tries to sneak through and tries to manipulate your way of thinking, it is the devil's work, right? So that's the ego trying to tempt you in and lure you in to not believe that you're capable of doing what it is that you want to do. All right, temptation. All right, and it's going to show up in the form for you, pile number 2, as indecisiveness, not being able to make up your mind about something. All right, and your spirit team wants you to be aware of that, so that when that thought process pops up into your head, you can be like, take control over it. Take control over it and allow yourself to stand in your power. You have the Emperor here. And I love this showing up because, look, it's like, I don't let the devil dangle me. I do the dangling. Okay? I do the dangling. I control what's around me. I control my feelings. I control my emotions. I control what I say. I control what I do. All right? Stepping in your power. All right? Stepping into your power and not allowing your thoughts to be wavered. Okay? Wavered from making you think that the glass is half empty when it's actually half full. So that's going to be significant for you, pile number 2. Is to allow yourself that fresh train of thoughts is what I'm getting. Burying the old aspects of yourself, all right, that it's not serving you. And I'm also getting with this toil of labor. Like, a lot of times we talk ourselves out of stuff. It's like, man, why am I putting in all this work? It really doesn't matter. It's not going to pay off. Nothing's good going to come from it. No, you have to put in the work, and you have to believe that something's going to come out of it. Pile number 2. All right? Don't let the devil tell you otherwise. Don't let the devil get into your mind and tell you to think, in a way that is going to be negative for you, right? It's not going to bring you any justice by thinking in a negative manner. So you have to learn to gain control over that aspect of your being. All right? But I feel like you guys are going to be up for the challenge, okay? Especially with the transformation card coming up. You guys are going to be up for the challenge. You have the 8 of Cups that just came up. You walking away from what no longer serves you because you know that there's something better ahead. All right? There's something better ahead. What else do we have? Yeah, you guys are going to just really taking a different approach. All right, that's going to be the theme for you, pile number 2, is to take a different approach in 2025. All right, looking at those things that did or did not serve you. And we have the Queen of Pentacles that just fell out. All right, allowing yourself to be more grounded. All right, Queen of Pentacles is also financial success and financial gain. All right, allowing yourself to, for some of you, even financial freedom. So some of you are putting plans in place in January for financial freedom. All right, in the long run. All right, but you have to let go of old thinking patterns and old thought processes is what I'm getting for you. Okay, and you have to be able to do the toil and labor, do the work, and just know that even though it might not feel like it, in the end, it will pay off. All right, you are a piece to even more piece of a really extensive, intricate puzzle. You're just a piece to it, but your piece and your part matters. All right. So I do, with the Queen of Pentacles coming up, especially feel like, you guys are going to have the success that you seek. Okay. With the Emperor being here also, you all are going to be in control of which way your life is going. All right. You guys are giving yourself that fresh start in January. Okay. So some of you may already be putting things into place as of now. At the end of this year, 2024, you may be already kind of trying to line things up and have things in place so that you can kick off January with a fresh slate and a new beginning. All right. So whatever it is that you're going after or going for, your spirit team is saying it's the yes, pile number 2. All right. Take all of life's lessons. Take of what you've learned from 2024 and beyond, and manipulate it in a way to where it works for you. Okay, manipulate it in a way that it works for you. It's like being drawn to the Michael Blue card. Some of you, Archangel Michael may work with you, or you can call on him for assistance when you need it, right? It's like book after book, or decades after decades, or year after year. It's like built up knowledge, right? Built up knowledge till you finally get to the one book, the one that's going to really give you the answers that you need to progress and move forward. All right. And that one book is the game of life. All right. The game of life, because through all of its intricate tapestries that, it puts before us, it's all meant to weave us into the right place and the right direction at the right time. All right. And I feel like you guys have found that spark to know that that's what it is. All right. Bury those deep-seated fears. Okay. Get rid of those deep-seated fears. Get rid of those egotistical thought patterns that keeps you being indecisive. So it's like, I feel like some of you are like catching on to how this thing really works, right? I feel like you're being illuminated with this. I'm looking at this Michael Blue card, and like he's opening up the book and this light's coming out. So it's like you guys are being illuminated to how this thing really works, right? It's like you want change, you got to put forth the effort for change. You want positivity, you got to put forth the effort to positivity, right? You want financial freedom, you got to put forth the effort towards financial freedom. Not everything falls on your lap. You have to put forth the effort. And as long as you keep yourself in a positive mind state, okay, and a positive frame of thought, then you're going to draw in those right opportunities, those right people, those right places that's going to help you with those changes. But if you allow yourself to be lured into negative thinking, it's when you realize that you're only drawing in the opposite of what you want. Okay, and I think you're becoming keen to that. All right, you're starting to gain insight that this is how this thing works. So in January, you want to start things with a new approach. All right. All right, and then we have a step out of your comfort zone with North Node. All right, yes, new year, new beginning, new you, stepping out of your comfort zone. All right, putting yourself in those places and situations that's going to help elevate you and not standing behind in the shadow, right? And fear and doubt and uncertainty, right? This is you actually stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something different. And for some of you, it could be in the area I'm getting with the investments. All right, stepping out of your comfort zone with that and trying something different. All right, pal number 2, that was your reading. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye-bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number 3. So this is your image. All right, and the message is Divine Sun Child. And it says, blessing of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. It is your time to shine bright. All right, I love that. This is, I feel like it's 2025 is saying this is going to be your year. All right, pile number 3, 2025 is going to be your year. And I pretty much picked up that theme throughout all the readings. All right, and I feel like a lot of you guys are really on the verge of change. I feel like a lot of us as the collective are on the verge of change, and not just allowing change, but receiving it in a way that we are able to work with the divine. Okay, allowing them to show us the way. All right, allowing them to unveil our path. all right, the path that we're meant to be on, all right, the changes that we're meant to make. All right. So this is, like I say, this is I feel like 2025 is going to be your year. All right. But let's see which month of 2025 is going to be the most significant for you. All right. And you guys have December. All right. So the last month of the year. All right. So what this is telling me is that all of the hard work and efforts that you guys are going to be manifesting and working with in the upcoming year, everything you'll begin to see is going to pay off for you at the end. All right. So I do feel like, though, a lot of you guys are going to begin to put things in motion soon, if you haven't already, and you're going to see the end result of that play out for you in December. But let's see what's going to be going on. All right, so we have savings. All right, and it says create savings for the future. Yes, and it says you always need to put something off for a bad day. And I'm getting with this. This may be something that a lot of you have thought about manifesting and changing in the upcoming year, right? We all know that this is the end of the year, and usually people want to do things different with the new year. So for some of you, you may have already said that, hey, in the upcoming year, I need to save more, right? Maybe 2024 was a bit of a struggle, right? And maybe you didn't have it to work with. So I feel like in 2025, you're kind of going to maneuver things around in a way where you're able to save a little bit more. So even if that means like cutting back on in some areas of your life, right? Cutting back on spending unnecessarily, right? Cutting back on maybe taking trips, or just cutting back on those things that you feel like you can do without for a little bit in order to get things in place, right? So savings might be a goal for some of you, okay? That might be the thing that you want to work on, the thing that you want to do. All right, so if you start fresh at the beginning of the year, by December, you may see the fruits of your efforts, okay? Especially if you go about it diligently and you're really, taking it serious, and you're doing, you set a goal out for yourself and you're doing what it takes to reach that goal, all right? And we have endings, okay? And it says it's time to say goodbye. All right, the cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change, rebirth. Yes, and I love this showing up, being that you guys' most significant month is December, because December is the last month of the year, right? So it's going to bring an end to that year. It closes out. And for you all, it closes out the year 2025, right? So I feel like you're going to have gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom throughout 2025, where you've allowed yourself to live to your fullest capacity, right? And you're going to see what you're capable of, all right? So for instance, if it's savings, if you want to get more into saving, and you kind of put yourself to the test to see how much you can save or how well you can save, and by the time you get to the end of the year and you see how successful you are with it, that's going to bring an end to your old belief system, your old thought patterns that told you that saving was impossible, especially like in the economy that we live in. It's going to take you out of that mindset, all right? Because you're going to be able to see what you are capable of doing, right? And so not just even like in regards to saving. I mean, this is just one area of your life where you may want to see change. But 2025 is going to be the year for you to really put yourself out there to bring that change to fruition. And I feel like you're going to see by the end of the year such success from it that you're going to be able to leave those old patterns behind. Okay, and you're going to wonder how you were able to live with those old patterns for so long. All right, but that's just going to bring the closing of a chapter for you, okay? The end of a cycle. all right, allowing you to just see that you are capable of doing whatever it is that you put forth, all right? And look at this, we have confidence, and it says strength, balance, prepared, and tranquil. Yes, and I love this showing up because it's just like you, like I just said, you put in away all of those old belief systems, right? Letting those things come to an end, and having the confidence that whatever you put your foot towards doing, you can actually do it. All right. So I feel like whatever success or whatever things that you have leading up to December, by the time December gets here, it's going to allow you to feel confident that you were able to bring about change in your life. Okay. So whereas you may have felt doubtful that you were capable of that change, you're going to see that once you're actually putting forth the effort, that it does provide you with a positive ending, right? It does provide you with positive feedback, all right? And it's going to allow for you to kind of be at peace with yourself and at peace with situations, and at peace overall, right? Allowing your life to feel balanced. And I'm really picking up too, for some of you, it is getting your finances on track. All right. Some of you, it is getting your finances on track. Maybe you lost confidence at some point because you felt like you were financially unstable. All right. So now this is going to be the year for you to prove to yourself that you have the capacity to get to where you want to get financially. All right. Even if it's starting off small. All right. It's going to be about cutting out those things in those areas of your life where they're not needed. Okay, spending frivolously. Okay, looking at where you need to do your cutbacks at. Okay, looking at those things that you can do without, and that's a want versus a need. All right, so that you can get to a financially healthy place and a financially stable place. All right, and bring an ending to those areas or those things in your life that were not helping you to prosper. All right, this is the time for you to flourish. 2025 is the time for you to flourish. Okay, and it's going to start with you getting your coins in check. It's what I just got. All right, and then you also have Razio Rainbow number 8. All right, and it says enlightened, adaptable, soulful, connected. Yes, and I love how, like, you see in the image, like he's carrying this light, right? So your path is being revealed to you. Okay, it's opening up for you so that you can see and you can gain confidence where you had once lost it. Okay, so if you were feeling doubtful about being able to be financially secure or financially stable, it's like the angels coming through saying, let me show you the way. Let me guide you. Let me enlighten you, right? So it's all about making that connection to source so they can show you the areas of your life that needs fixed and how they can help you to fix it. All right, because it's going to be important for you to flourish even further into the future. All right, starting with what you have to work with now. All right, and we have solitude, and this I feel like is a moment of reflection for you guys. All right, it's a moment of reflection for you, just really taking a look at what areas can you fix, right? And I'm really getting like for this particular group, it's areas of finance. All right, what areas of your finances can you fix? And having that time of solitude so that you can reflect on, like I was saying earlier, what things can you do with and what things can you do without, and learning how to make the adjustments as need. Okay. All right, and then we have Leo with number 18, and it says big-heartedness, fierceness, and boldness. And what I'm getting with this is you being able to finally living your truth. All right, you finally being able to live in your truth, having that confidence. Having the confidence, and I feel like once you guys are financially stable, that's going to give you the confidence that you need. It's like, I feel like you guys are going to like prove to yourself what's possible. It's, I just got like getting yourself out of a rut. Some of you are going to be focused on getting yourself out of a rut in 2025. All right, and I really sense strongly that it has to do with finances, right? So some of you are like cleaning up shop, right? So you're like trying to figure out and maneuver around things so that you can kind of see how and when, not even when, but how to fix those things that have not been working out for you, right, in your financial space. All right, and what did I say? You have elephant with stability. And it says you will be supported with kindness, and no concept or objective is too huge. Yes, and elephants are symbols of luck, and this just ties me into this Raziel Rainbow card. So this is your guides coming through saying that we can guide you and show you how you can get out of whatever unstable situation you are in order to provide you the stability that you need. So in order for you to gain your confidence again, in order for you to increase your savings account again, right? So this is going to be important for you throughout the year to make the necessary adjustments, make the necessary cuts, make the necessary changes in order for you to begin to see the fruits of your labor, in order for you to begin to bring things into fruition. All right, and I'm really picking up with this Raziel Rainbow card is your guides are strongly saying, let us show you the way. Let us guide you. You have a plan that you want to put in place. You want a bigger savings account. Let us show you how you can get there. All right, but it's going to start with you putting forth the effort to make the changes where the changes are needed, okay? All right, and then we have a ring with love, and it says marriage or completed life cycle, and your path in life is going to be a positive one. Yes, what did it just say? Like, they're like, let me lead you the way on this path. All right, and for some of you, for some lucky one of you or two of you or however many, with that ring coming up, there may be a proposal around that time, or maybe some of you are currently engaged and you're set to actually get married in December of 2025. Okay, so for those of you who it resonates with, that is going to be a positive time and a positive month for that to happen. Okay, so if you're thinking about if you're thinking about proposing or being proposed, December is going to be a good month for everything to go into fruition for you, with that aspect of you being married or getting married. All right, and then you guys have community, and this is great because it's like the community shows up, and I connected with the Raziel Rainbow. All right, so there is a strong support system around you. There is a strong support group around you. All right, ones who are there to help you get things on track. So where things may have been off track for a little bit or not flowing as well as you would like financially, some of you have a lot of supporters around you, and not just in the spiritual sense. With the community card showing up, I'm feeling that it's in the physical sense as well. Okay, so you have the support that you can call on, and you have the support that is going to help you to get to where you want to be. So I just got, like, for some, this may be you having to, say, for example, having to go back to stay with your parents for a little while so that you can save up your money, right? So that you can become more financially stable. All right, so you may have like a family member that you go stay with, or it could be a parent or just a relative, a sister, a friend, a brother. All right, you have a strong support system around you, a strong community around you who's going to help you regain this sense of financial stability. All right, and I'm also getting a sense of financial freedom. All right, so the support is around you. Your spirit guides are saying to use your support in both the physical world as well as the spiritual world. All right, let your physical world be your support in any way that they can, and let your spiritual let the spiritual world be the support for you as well, by opening up to receiving their signs, their messages, their synchronicities to help you get to where you want to be. All right, and then we have courtship showing up right on the side of love. So yeah, so for some of you, December is definitely going to be a month of marriage, either a month of marriage or a month of proposal. All right, a month of marriage or a month of proposal. So if some of you get, let's say, engaged in the beginning of the year, some of you may be setting the date to be sometime in December. All right, so that's going to happen for some of you, and for others, someone might do the proposing in December. All right, and I'm also getting some of you may just have wedding anniversaries in December, or relationship anniversary. Did I say relationship? So either marriage or relationship anniversaries in December, okay, for some of you. But let's see what else wants to come out. So thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. Can you please provide pile number 3 more clarity around the month of December 2025? Yeah, so you guys are going to be working on regaining your confidence. Pile number 3, you're going to be working on regaining your confidence for the month of December, but I feel like you're going to start it in, you know, the beginning of the year, right? You're going to start making those changes in the December of the year, and I do feel like it is mostly financially based, right? Just really taking that time to kind of reflect on what things were working for you financially, what things were not. Where do you need to make adjustments? Where do you need to make cutbacks? Where do you need to make those changes? And Spirit is going to show you where and how. All right, they're going to show you where and how. And I do feel like once you gain a sense of financial stability, that's what's going to give you the confidence that you may be lacking right now. That's what's going to give you that boldness, okay, that you may be lacking right now. All right. Because I do feel like maybe you feel like you're missing out on that because you're not where you want to be financially. All right. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, yes. And the Knight of Pentacles for me is the slow and steady wins the race. So this is you making those necessary changes, all right? And I love that it's, you know, if you look, it's like looking towards the future, okay? Not looking behind, all right? It's looking towards the future for those changes that you want, all right? And even though it may be slow work and slow progress, it is going to get you where you want to be, and more specifically in December. So I'm getting that in December is when you're going to see. If you start now, or you start at the beginning of the year, December is where you're going to see the fruits of your labor, and you're going to be amazed at what you were capable of doing. Ace of Swords, all right? It's going to give you new insight and clarity, and you're going to understand that you were the key to the problem the whole time, all right? You were the key to the problem the whole time. It all started with you. It all starts with how you think, right? It all starts with how you perceive things. So if you want to make those changes, especially financially, with the Pentacles card coming up here too, the Knight of Pentacles, then it's all about how you perceive things. It's all about your perception of them, so that you can make the necessary adjustments where they need to be made at, right? So that you can regain your confidence. All right. And I love how this card is underneath, like the Razio rainbow, with him illuminating the light, because it's like they're showing you, right? They're showing you what you need to see. They're giving you the key, all right, to show you what it is that you need to do, all right? So you just have to open yourself up to receive. All right, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. All right, so this is all, you are in control of your happiness. You have the key to your happiness. pile number 3. All right, you have the key to your happiness. And once you realize that you have that key and you start doing the things that you need to do in order to see the end result, you're going to be like so satisfied in December. Because you're going to be like, man, I actually pulled that off. This is what I'm getting. You guys are going to be like, I actually was able to pull this off. I actually did that, right? And it's going to give you not only financial stability and security, it's going to give you emotional security as well, all right? Allowing you to be now more emotionally in tune with yourself and being able to regain that confidence that you may have lost, all right? Well, let's see. Right, so giving you that like emotional stability back, right? And I'm just really getting you just like really like coming to terms that like you were the answer to this all the time. Like it was what the things that you were doing that weren't adding up, right? It's almost as if you realize that you are standing in your own way to happiness. All right, and you're getting that envision, and you're getting that enlightenment to show you that it is you that's standing in your own way to happiness. All right, you have the key with the answers that's going to reveal to you what things needs to be done in order for you to get to where you want to be financially. All right, and look how where the key goes to. The key lock that's in her mind, right? So this is a different perspective. This is having a different perception on life and, you know, what it really entails so that you can allow yourself to become more stable, okay? And then on more grounds than just one, all right? But slow and steady wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles here. Slow and steady wins the race. So if you want financial freedom, you want stability, look how where it's pointing to what you have to do, right? It starts with self. It starts with self, and then from there, everything else will follow. All right, everything else will follow. Okay, and then we have the what do you need to release? Wanting Moon. Yes, what is it that you need to let go of? Pile number 3. Where does your cutback need to happen? All right, so that's going to be important for you to think about as we approach the new year, because your most significant month is at the end of the year, December of 2025. So this is the time now to start thinking about these type of things as far as what is it that you need to release? What do you need to let go of? Where does your cutbacks need to happen in order for you to gain financial success and financial security and stability? All right. Because if that's what your aim and what your goal and what your focus is going to be for the upcoming year and further, then it's all going to start with you looking at what changes needs to be made now. All right. So that was all that I have for you, my lovely pile number 3. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye-bye.